I'm Michael Freudenberg, this is Film Masters. On this episode, which is part 5 of Building the Apprehension Engine, we are going to create the rear frame and attach that to our side frame for both sides, so left and right, and then we're going to attach our first frame to the actual base of the apprehension engine. So we're going to start to see the form of this musical device, the horror musical device, start to come together. So let's get straight into the tutorial. We've got 2 parts of part 2, and we've also got the 4 small pieces of wood that you've measured from the back of our front part of the side frame, I guess you can say. And we did those measurements. As you can see, this is where it fits into. And we did those measurements in the prior videos, and that's in part 4. So first of all, I'm going to get one of the part 2s, as you can see here. And we're just going to use 2 of these blocks, and where they actually are located is they sit on the very edge. And what we need to do is make sure that they are flush up against the back. And I'll just show you what we're going to be doing on the other side. Obviously, we're going to be putting 2 nails in, and we're also going to drill our piece of wooden dowel right in the middle so that we don't get any vibrations through our frame. So I'm just going to draw a line just so you can see approximately where it's going to be on number 2. And obviously this is where the nails will be and our wooden piece of dowel. So we'll move on to the next step now, and that is I'm just going to show you a quick shortcut. I'm just going to put my nails in roughly where I put those marks on my part 2, and I'm just driving them in, not all the way through, just enough so that the nails sit in there, and it makes my job a little bit easier when I hammer it in. I've already put my wood glue down, and I'm now going to line up my part 2 on top of it. And as you can see, because the nails are already driven into the timber, it makes my job a lot easier when I'm nailing it in. So we need to make sure it's nice and flush. I'm using this in the vise, showing you how straight the piece needs to be. So using a vise, you can actually use it to straighten it up, and then make sure it's square when you're drilling through. That way it holds that position. It just makes your job a little bit easier when we're joining it all together. And obviously we're going to go through the same process as before. Glue onto the wooden dowel, and I'm going to just gently tap it straight in all the way through till it stops, so I know it hits the end. And that's going to help not only strengthen the frame, but also takes a lot of the vibrations out of it. And using a saw, just cut that off, make sure it's nice and flush using a piece of sandpaper. I won't show you that, but obviously that's one thing you need to keep on doing, is just go over it and make sure that your parts are done. So I've done that with both of those frames. I'm not going to show you the whole process of doing all of them. It's the same one over and over again for the other 3 pieces. So as you can see, I've got the 2 nails in and our wooden dowel, and that is on all parts. So we've now got the back end of our side frame, and this is where it sits. So we need to line it up, and I'll show you again where we're going to put our nails and set ready for our wooden dowel. So we're going to put our nails in this part, and 1 nail goes here, and we'll also drill through and put our wooden dowel on there as well. So this is just a close-up where the nails and then the wooden dowel goes into, lining up. So making sure it's nice and flush when it lines up. Now you can glue it prior and let it set, then put the nails through. Might make your job a little bit easier. And if not, that's okay. You can do what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put approximately where the wooden dowel will go. Now the nail just go on the outer edge of that, but I'll show you. We'll put some glue down again, and we'll do that to both edges. So this is where it's going to contact to the front part of the side frame, and we're just going to line it up like I am here. Now, if it fits perfectly, and if you don't mind waiting, you can glue it and let it set, then put the nails in. Like I was saying beforehand, I'm not going to do that, obviously, because I'm going to do it to the tutorial, but you'll see where it actually sits. And as you can see, the apprehension engine sides will be finished once we've finished this part. So I'm just going to drive those nails in. I'm actually knocking the nails in on the back end of my vise because it's nice and sturdy. So it's always a good idea when you're knocking the nail in to have something not soft underneath it. You want something hard and rigid so that when you're knocking it, it will allow the nail to drive through easier. And again, I'm just going to put the wooden dowel in there as well. Now, while I'm doing this, I just want to let you guys know while you're building it, if you do have any questions on the process or a step that I'm doing, leave a comment in the video and I'll do the best I can to answer it. I am covering some of the stuff like showing you how to put the wooden dowel and stuff like that, which I have done in the previous parts of building this. But the reason I'm doing that is because if you're a novice and you haven't sort of done this type of builder before, obviously this is going to help you out. Now I'm going to put the next step in, which is the nail, and I'm going to put that just where my metal rod is, and we've got to make sure it's square obviously as well. So I'm just going to put that nail in, and then what we'll do is we'll put this part of the frame, because it will now be secure, we'll put it in the vise and we'll put that wooden dowel in. Now I'm just going to put that nail in. I'm holding it with my thumb, making sure it's nice and square. So we've got those the rear part nice and square, and that nail's going to hold it. Now it's not 100% stable, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the vise. I'm going to drill where I put that the black mark, and I'm actually going to drill it on a slight angle. As you can see, it's not all the way down, and that's obviously because there's another part in the way. But by putting it on a slight angle as we drill in and put the wooden dowel in, it's actually going to give it some strength when the glue sets. Now, once I've done this part, I'm not going to show you myself doing the same again to the other side. However, all you need to do is follow the same process. However, the other part obviously will be in reverse, because you've got the left side, which is what I'm working on at the moment. And obviously then you've got the right side, which you'll need to do yourself, following exactly the same steps. So there is our side. As you can see, it's starting to form that shape, and there's the other side already done. So I've already done that in advance. Now we're going to actually stick the sides on. So I'm going to use a G-clamp, and I've got some large Alligator clips. Now these clamps you can get at any hardware store. Now you don't have to use a G-clamp or Alligator clips. You can use other types of vices that you can buy there. Now we're going to apply our PVA wood glue now to the base, so on all surfaces that touch our base. So the base, which you can see lying down, I'm just going to apply that to the frame now. So this is the left hand side. Now we don't want to glue the right hand side just yet, because we're going to be making a little wooden part that will fit into it for our hurdy-gurdy wheel. So I'm going to line up our left hand side part so that's nice and flush along the base, as you can see I have done here. And I'm going to use my Alligator clip in order to hold the rear securely to the base. Now, when I'm applying the clamps, don't do them up too tight. Like the Alligator clips are fine, they're spring loaded. But when I use the G-clamp and put that on, I'll only put it on so it's just putting a little bit of pressure onto the actual frame. And that will allow me to make small adjustments. You can use a small block of wood, or you might be able to just use your thumb in order to push the actual frame so it's up nice along the edge of our base. And I'll show you shortly on the other side what that actually looks like. Take your time as you're doing this. You do want to make sure it's nice and square. So you will need to make small minor adjustments until it's nice and straight, as you can see I've done here. Now, if there's a very small amount of overhang, that's okay. Once it sets, we'll just run the sander over it. And this is what it's going to look like. Leave it, let it set, let it dry. And once it's done, we'll actually put some screws in it, but we'll do that in the following video. And this part here, which is our right hand side, which will have our hurdy-gurdy wheel, I'm going to put another piece of wood on that, and we'll do that in the next video. And that's going to sit here. So as you can see, the shape of the apprehension engine is coming together nicely. Now, as you can see, your apprehension engine should be starting to take shape now. You're going to see that unique look as the sides come together. Make sure that you glue only the left hand side on, not the right hand side, because we're going to put a extra piece of wood into the right hand side, which will allow our bearing to go in where the actual hurdy-gurdy wheel shaft goes into. And we're going to start building the hurdy-gurdy wheel in our next part of the tutorial, so that'll be part 6. Now, if you want to become a Film Master subby, it is pretty simple. You can subscribe to the channel, you can follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, and until next time, don't just film it, master it.